guys, I was just leaving the old wildfire, playing some free play, and thought of 2 vlogs I wanted to throw out there. So here's one, and another will be coming the next day. So I just want to, if I do multiple vlogs, I try to only publish one a day to not bombard people with all my stuff. Anyway, so I made a vow to myself for New Year's to not allow jerky people in my life. I've had enough of that. I had my fix of that. I don't need it anymore. I really don't. If I can have that power to do so, I will. I understand if you work at a job that is you're working for a company, you can't really, what can you do? I mean, you could quit, or you could change your availability to work on days that the jerky person isn't there. But for the most part, you don't have too much power. So, since I clean from have a cleaning business, I do work for myself, and I already got rid of one of the bad duds of the world clients, but there was another one, and she was on my radar, but I was kind of like, maybe I should give her another chance like I did the last one. And the first thing that put me on the I don't think I like her vibe was, well, first off, she's not very warm and fuzzy, but I'm like, well, maybe because she's, from New York, I think I heard New York people can be kind of rough around the edges, so I'm like, oh, maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But then, I only clean her house once a month, right? And so, one time I went over there, and it's funny, because I was just about to, which I shouldn't do this, but, sometimes you become friends with the clients, and I was going to talk about that other client I had, that guy that it was all verbally abusive, and I was just saying how much I appreciate the people I clean for. I said good morning, and she said good morning, and I was about to talk, and she immediately goes, look at this, and she whips out her phone, and she shows me pictures of these, well, I guess they're Swiffers, nuts, for mopping, the white pad things. And there was a picture of, I think, 5 of them on there. And they were dirty. She goes, look at this. I'm like, okay. She goes, that's what I mopped after you left. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And I'm thinking, why the hell did you wait for me to show up to show me? You couldn't have just texted me this picture and just say, I'm going to go find someone else. Instead, you waited a month, because it's only a month when I go to clean her house. You waited a month just to show me this? I'm like, could you be more rude? I'm like, wow. And why the hell are you cleaning after I left? I'm like, so anyway, with all that said, I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, you've got vinyl plank flooring, which has grooves. And if I'm not on my hands and knees scrubbing that floor like that, it's, dirt, dust, all that pet hair, it all comes back, just so you know. And I don't know when she actually mopped. Was it really right after I left? Or was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I left? There was no proof. And also, while I'm cleaning, her husband, her son, and his friend are walking amongst the floors with their shoes on. So I'm like, lady, dirt's gonna come back. And she had already, which I had noticed, I should always have that radar. When I hear a client talk about how they fired the last housekeeper, or they've gone through housekeepers, I start to realize, just from experience, that it's more them than the housekeeper. They're just picky ass people. So anyway, all right, so she said that, and I was already now on edge, because I'm like, wow, what a bitch, And she's like, use my mop instead. And it's one of those cedar mop things where you add the water, and then you put the mop in the water, and then you spin it dry, and then you put the mop back in the said water. So the water's dirty after a while, unless you keep cleaning it out. What I use is kind of like a mop head, like a Bona mop head thing. And I have multiple mop heads. So I keep changing it out throughout the house. I'm not using the said one mop head. And so not only did I have to use that mop of hers, but she also had me use this dirty ass mop that she had for the wood floors with this stank ass Mop and Glow cleaning stuff. So I was like, okay, you're making me use stuff that is dirty smells and doesn't work good. And then I'm sure you're going to complain that I didn't do a good job. So anyway, I'm already going, wow, okay. And I already know she's got cameras in the house. I already know she doesn't trust her last housekeeper, quote unquote, stole from her. So I'm like, whatever. I don't steal. I really have no desire to steal your shit. And why would I want to jeopardize my job, you know? So I cleaned the house. I didn't hear any complaints. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm still thinking in my head, like, why does she want me back? Like, I was surprised she asked for a reschedule. I'm like, why do you want me back if I didn't do a good job? Clearly, probably because of my rates are cheap. I'm guessing. So the next time around, I go over there. But this time, when she texted me, she asked me to clean her daughter's house too. And I thought, oh, okay, not only does she want me back to clean hers, now she wants me to clean her daughter's. I guess I must have misunderstood. So I always give that, you know, maybe I misunderstood, maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I'm overthinking, all those things. That's why I don't like to just run away right away. So this time around, I clean her daughter's house, then I clean her house. And I clean her daughter's house first. She's got 2 pit bulls. She said she works 13-hour days, 6 days a week, so she's never home. These pit bulls live in the house. She rents the damn house, which I had no idea. And the pit bulls completely demolished it, biting out all the baseboards and some of the drywall. And I was like, oh my God, like she's destroying the house. Like in my head, I'm like, wow, that's disrespectful. Anyway, she told me, oh yeah, my mom's super picky, and I'm so not. I'm just so glad that you're here to clean, because I don't want to do it on my day off. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. She's got dogs who are roaming the house, big ass pit bulls, and one's a puppy. And, you know, clearly, you know, cleaning animal hair is always kind of tough. I mean, I can do it. It's not a problem, but it does come back faster than dust. So I clean her house, and I go to clean the lady's house, the mom's house, the bitch. And just her husband was there this time because she went off to work. And I thought, oh, okay, sir, do you want me to use that mop that your wife wanted me to use last time? And he goes, no, that stuff just pushes dirt around. Use what you have. So I'm like, okay, now I'm using my stuff again. I'm like, great. I don't know if she's going to be unhappy with that, but whatever. So I end up cleaning the house, all so from what I think goes well. I didn't hear any complaints, haven't heard anything. You know, once again, I'm only cleaning their house, both their homes now, which I don't like the fact that she told me my schedule. Oh, you're going to clean my daughter's first and then mine. First off, I don't like cleaning 2 homes in a day if I don't have to. I don't like making that a habit. It's very tiring. And I don't like spending my whole day cleaning. I just wanted like a 4 or 5 hour day, call it a day, you know? So she's directing me on what I can and can't do. And then her daughter's like, oh yeah, I just want you to clean my house like every first Wednesday of the month probably. And I'm like, excuse me, but I do have other clients, and you know, I have one that's every other Wednesday, and it may fall on the first Wednesday of the month, and I'm not cleaning 3 homes, so not gonna work. So anyway, I don't say any of that though. This is just in my head. Anyway, I go home, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks later, I get this text from the bitch, and it says, hey, just a heads up, my daughter found someone else, so you're just gonna be cleaning my house. Can you clean on this day instead? And I'm thinking, no, that day is not available, and I'm really sorry about disappointing your daughter. Like, exactly what did I do wrong? And she wrote, you're fine, it's just the dog hair. And I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? You got 2 dogs that live in your house, and you're never home, and one's a puppy, one's like still a young dog, so they're running around probably playing, and they shed. I mean, I've got 4 animals, they shed. Like, hello, dog hair is gonna come back. So apparently she found someone else. I guess they can magically do this. I have no idea. But it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because first off, she's fucking picky as fuck. And then her daughter said, oh, I'm not picky, it's just my mom. And it's not true, because she obviously wasn't happy with my cleaning. So I'm like, you know, it happens. I'm not perfect. I get that. But I just don't like the way they went about it. I've cleaned a house where somebody would say, hey, can you focus on this as well? And it's like, yeah, of course. I'm not, you know, beside or above having some constructive criticism, you know, but some of these people, it's just like, you make one mistake and you're out. And in fact, I did ask the husband, like, what exactly did the old housekeeper of yours steal? Paper towels. That's what she stole. And he said, yeah, we were in New York, and my wife was watching her over the cameras and caught her stealing the paper towels. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Why are you watching her? you're supposed to be on vacation, and if you don't trust her, why did you even have her clean in the first place while you're not home? And then secondly, you're sitting there watching her on the cameras. I can only imagine her just watching me on the cameras. I'm like, that just really annoyed me. And I just started dreading even wanting to clean her house, and I started having nightmares as well. And I'm like, you know what? That's a sign. I should not have to be in a situation where I gotta suck up to people like this. I have the power to say no. So I did, and I texted her like I don't know, 5 days ago, and just said in a nice way, hey, I'm sorry, I feel like I not only disappointed you, but your daughter. I don't think I'm a good fit, but thank you for giving me a try. Take care. And then I blocked her ass because I don't want to see the response, because I'm like, I'm not ready for it. I'm sure she would say something shitty. I've had one client do that back in the day when I tried having my husband help me, and he was kind of giving an attitude. It was really embarrassing. And she still wanted me back, but I didn't want to go back to her. And so I said, hey, it looks like I can't fit you in on my calendar. I'm really sorry. And then she wrote, well, I didn't want you back anyway. I saw cat hair behind the toilet and crumbs in the kitchen. And this is like the next day. So I'm like going, really, bitch? Like, you don't have kids that they could have spilled their, toast crumbs? Like, I can't really... Or were you checking right as soon as we left? I'm like, if you're that kind of person, I don't want to clean for you. You shouldn't even have a housekeeper if you're that freaking picky. Seriously. Anyway, I feel so much better having quit. Again, I'm not going to check my blocked messages for quite a while because I'm not really up for seeing the retaliation response. But I did quit in a nice way, and I'm happy for myself that I put some boundaries on that and said, F no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm better than that. I know my worth. And, sure enough, I have a new client this week that wants to be every other week and for 4 to 5 hours. So it's a better deal anyway. So it kind of worked out because it happened last time with that one guy. As soon as I quit, one of my clients called me and said, hey, can I go bi-weekly instead of every 3 weeks? And I'm like, yeah, perfect timing. So there was no love lost and no money lost either. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening, and comment down below if you have a similar story or just have a story. I'll talk to you later. Bye.